Meet Crown Ambassador Laszlo Kocso, a proud DXN member since July 2008. Laszlo and his wife were successful entrepreneurs, but trapped in a business with no real freedom. Their search for time and financial freedom led them to DXN, impressed by the products and leadership. With belief, commitment, and a passion to help others, they rose fast, becoming the first European and the fastest to reach Crown Ambassador. Today, their online business system continues to expand DXN across Europe and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Únete.
We are here because we know this is the best opportunity for us. But the question is, how can we share with others? This is the mission. So now I would like to talk, how is the story in this business? When I started this business, nothing was in my hands. Because the market is not open yet in Europe, I just registered in Malaysia and I went back and management told me if I want to do something in Europe, please bring 200 people and after we can talk. So no products, no marketing plan, no product catalog, just one thing, my story. What was my why I think this is the best opportunity for me. And if it is the best opportunity for me, of course, it can be better for other, the best opportunity for others too. So, you can be credible with your story. So this is why many people talk about it, the direct selling business is a storytelling business. So how is your story? How is your true story? And when I joined the DXN until today, every time I focus, why I joined the DXN. What was the main reason? I joined the DXN that time it was a coffee. It's very simple. Everybody knows what is the coffee. If I say what is this, I just generate questions. But if I say coffee, everybody knows what is the coffee. And of course, most of the people drink coffee. But the most important thing is, everybody knows people who drink coffee. So this is why I thought this is the best business opportunity for me. And it's coming true. Of course, now I know it is more than a coffee. And it is not just the mission, not just the business, it is a mission. But many members, thinking about it is, why cannot be an ambassador? Why cannot be successful in this business? They are thinking they haven't enough skills. But everybody has a true story. And if you share your true story, it can be interesting for others. And the most important thing is they can remember the story. Because if you take a presentation about the DXN, about the company, about the background, about the product range, maybe they can remember the price. But if you share your story, they can remember. So your story can be the most powerful tool for you. And of course, maybe your story is not interesting for the new prospect because maybe you are too far from them. But this is why it's very important, the other stories. The DXN is one of those 32 years old company, and we have lots of stories. And why, for example, these type events can be really helpful for you because you met lots of people and you can hear lots of new stories. And you can use it as a tool. So many times I didn't use my story. I used your story, and the other stories. Because those type of stories can be most interesting for the new prospect. And of course, our biggest advantage the product range. Because the DXN products are working. It's compared to other competitors company, every time I'm telling about it, the DXN, the members buy the products because the products, not because the qualification. And this is really big difference. And it can be generally the real passive income. And of course, one of my favorite sentence, when I'm telling the stories and I'm not really talk about the product deeply, I just telling it, this is one of the favorite sentence, my situation is extremely lucky, because now I can tell, no necessary to trust me, no necessary to believe me, just trust your own product experience. Just try the product, because I'm sure this product is working for you too. So not necessary for me to convince you how good this product. Just try it, and this is working. So my situation is extremely lucky. So, and of course we have lots of product experience story. I collected it. So I have story one, and every time I'm sharing, of course, the product experience story, because it is more valuable than any data, and the people can remember it. So take a question for yourself. How many stories do you know about the business, about the products? And you have to know what is your story's message. So, of course, it's not necessary to use any shortcut, because this is a real company with real products. And, but of course, we have to develop ourselves. How can we be better and better storytellers? And when I know I will need a new prospect, and I know a little bit his background, of course I prepare my speech, and I focus his stories, and I focus that point, what is my message for him or her, and which story can be the biggest view for him. And I bring one or two stories, and I share it. And it can be more powerful than any data. I bring you the story. Maybe you heard about it, but this story can show how valuable the storytelling. So if you search this guy named Walker, he's an American journalist, and 2009 he did something special. So he went many second-hand shops and Gracias, and he bought lots of stupid things, lots of small things. Let's say, for example, this object, I don't know what it is, but he bought this thing, just $3. As you see, there is a coin, so it is really small. And he collected 200 different things. And after he called 200 different writers outdoors and asked them, here is the item, and please write a story about this item. So 200 different outdoor writers created 200 different stories for every single item. And after he put to the eBay the item with the story. and they sell it. And how is the value? You know the same product. Let's take this example. This product devoted just 3 US and sell it 193.50 US. Only because the story. You know the full amount, you know the price that we bought and the selling price is different 3,600%. It's amazing. So if you search his name, you can find presentation and of course he wrote a book about it. So I would like to suggest please think about it. Please think about it is how valuable if you are sharing stories instead of the data, instead of the facts. You know, if somebody who is not a DXN member see this picture, what he can see? He can see this is just a coffee. But we who are here, you know, it is not just a coffee. It's more than a coffee. You know, it's many, many amazing stories behind this coffee. And of course, this coffee can change everybody's life. So, it is up to us. It is just up to us. What we show. It is just a coffee. Or much more. So, I'm sure we are really strong. We are really good business leaders. But I'm sure if we can be better storyteller, we can increase our sales and our network more faster. Because you know, the world has changed and now it's too digital and too fast. And sometimes, you know, many different things influence the human mind and it's more heavy to take a right decision. But until today we are human and the story is really powerful. The story is really powerful. So my suggestion, please focus more on the stories and please study how is your story. And of course, because this is a business and we can create a plan about the business, I created, of course, the story checklist. So how many stories I have and what is the most powerful story. And when I share the story, of course I check how is the new prospect reaction. And if I see, okay, this story is working very well, I can give it more time. And some stories is just interesting for me, so but not interesting for the prospect. And okay, I can forget it. And of course, when we are working as a leader, not only for the prospect, and we would like to motivate our leaders, our members, we can share the stories. You know, we are here 1,300 partners, but we have much more networks who are not here. But we have to share the stories. Not just here, and it was a great camp. It's much better if we share true stories. How influence this camp our leadership, our future, and what we heard in others about the success, about the behind the people. And we can share it, and the people can remember it. People can remember the stories. So, finally, you know, one of the most popular stories in my life, you know, in the daily morning, and of course, this is my personal preparation project. So not necessarily to be interesting for you, because this is my personal preparation. You know, many people ask me, especially yesterday, what is my benefit about the drinking more easy every single day. And my answer is very simple. I'm sure you will see more clearly 10 years later, 20 years later, because now I'm really young, just 58, but I really enjoy my days alive, and I want to enjoy it as a long term. And of course, I use the product more than 70 years, so I cannot be more healthier and healthier, but I can be more younger and younger, because more easy content is money, as the money is the most anti-aging natural fruit. Not the days and talk about it, many university talk about it. So this is the long-term project, and I'm really hope, not just 20 years later, 40, 50 years later, everybody can see how powerful this natural fruit. But the other part from this project maybe can be interesting for me, or interesting for you. So what can I do? It is just 20 seconds a day. Just shake it and drink it. Of course, I have a small job with this, I'm cutting and uploading, but my son helped me and they created a professional system. So it's just few minutes, and every single day I'm doing it. And it is not a big deal every single day. But because I'm doing it every single day, slowly, it can be a big thing. I'm sure now no other human in the world who did the same. Every single day, almost 8 years, drink 1 water thing. So the message for you is story. If you do the small things every single day, seriously, one day it can be the big thing. Same that is following the information sharing. Of course, if you one day don't share, and it's nothing happening. But if you are seriously do every single day, I'm sure, and you have to be sure, one day it can be the big thing. So it's no way you cannot become ambassador if you share the information every single day. And it is just up to you, because the market is unlimited. The market is unlimited everywhere, coffee drinkers. Everywhere. So today you are here, you are busy with the camp, but evening morning you can meet other coffee drinkers and you can share the information. So I think I don't do any special thing. I just make a decision every single day in my life. I will do it, and I'm doing it because I'm serious about it. So please be serious about your business and do something seriously every single day. So it was my today message. It's just a short story, but I hope you can get few messages and you can receive your current business, and maybe you can improve a little bit with a great service. So happy storytelling. Thank you so much.
Mira, questa spiega
It's really
It is. So, it's time for a lucky draw.
for a lucky draw.
¿Y quién gana?
Who wants the No wrong for you. I'm going to ask again. Please show me your energy if you want to win a prize. Okay? Who wants to win? Give me some This event has 50 prizes for all of you. And there is the prizes right between these rooms. One. It's okay?
Hay para comprar chocolate en el libro, pero no sí, hay chocolate.
Big Box.
A $20, $100 la cajita.
Keep going. Sure. Acaba de comentarnos que el Estado de
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's see this video with the whole prizes that we got for you. Okay? Go ahead with this video.
Hay pastel, hay agua,
It is time to know our winners. But you want to know what is going to be the prizes? You want to know about? Amira, there is the blues for you. No, yes. Do you want to say it? And not only that, who wants to fly in the private jet of Visión? Not only that, also many guys for your smartwatch to start laptops that are ready for you. But first, let us know who is the first winner of this prize. Yes. Go ahead, please. Let's see.